Hello, my loves, and welcome to Create Your Life. My name is Simone Leah, and I am your host. And I am so excited to be here with you guys today because today I want to talk to you about something that might seem a little controversial. It's going to be a little bit different, maybe to what you've heard before, but I want to talk to you guys about knowing your highest timeline and how you can actually stay on that timeline when you're going through life, when there's something that maybe feels a little bit like it's not going your way, where there might be a little bit of lack, the outside world, the 3D world, isn't showing up the way that you want it to based on your highest timeline that you know you can activate and that you know you can be on. So I want to talk to you guys about this today because everybody's going on about quantum jumping and getting onto their highest timeline, and how you do that is by visualizing this or repeating that 50 times a day. And what I want to say is that activating and staying on your highest timeline is about a frequency, it's about a vibration. So, to stay on your highest timeline, it's not about doing the visualization 100 times. It's actually about the feeling, the frequency, and the vibration of what it is you want. So, when everyone's giving you that advice of write up your ideal life and read it every night, or do a meditation and visualize your ideal life, it's less about what you're visualizing and what you're writing and more about the frequencies that you're activating. So, how does this look in actual real life? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, in real life, things are coming at you. You might be about to turn a corner in your business. You might be about to have your biggest cash month. You might be about to buy an investment property or do something crazy, like something stupid that you never thought you could do. You're about to hit your next level in your life or business. And then suddenly the universe starts throwing like all these bills at you and all of these like things that you could perceive as negative experiences. It could be throwing at you, employees wanting to leave, or negative situations where people are throwing hate at you or aggression, or things just aren't going your way. Things aren't feeling like they're in alignment. How are you going to stay in that alignment and that connection to that highest timeline in those moments? Well, that's where we need to activate the frequency, because it's the frequency of that highest timeline. That's how we stay on it. We know we're in our highest timeline based on our frequency. So when these things are coming up, you've got these massive car payments, or the car breaks down, or something's broken in the house, it's going to cost $10,000. Maybe your kitchen flooded. I don't know, your bathroom, I'm not sure. But when you're about to hit that next level and the universe is kind of doing that pullback, you guys know about this. I've talked about this before, but when you get to your next level, sometimes there's like a little bit of a pullback of an arrow before it releases and shoots off into the next level. When the universe is throwing that pullback at you, that recalibration at you for that next level, that's where you need to really stand solid in the vibration of your highest timeline. So, this video is assuming that you have done the work on activating your highest timeline and you know what your highest timeline is. So, this video is more about how you actually going to embody and land that frequency. Now, if you haven't done these exercises before, then obviously you're going to get into a meditative state. You're going to go through and connect with your highest timeline. There's a lot of ways to do this. I've got other videos and meditations that guide you in this first. So feel free to go and check those out. I'll link some to this video so that you can go and have a look at them. But once you've done that and the universe is giving you that pullback, that's where you need to really stand solid. Stand so solid in that vibration of that highest timeline. Now, the reason why people are saying to journal what your ideal life is and read it every day, and they're saying to do the meditations, that's because they're saying keep activating that frequency, keep feeling that frequency. But you don't necessarily need to do a massive process to do that. You don't necessarily have to like, oh no, I've got this massive bill payment. Now I need to take 20 minutes, half an hour out of my day so that I can meditate on my highest timeline and get back to the frequency. It doesn't need to be that hard. It doesn't need to be that time consuming. You can change your frequency in a matter of seconds. Literally, just put on that song that makes you feel good and sing at the top of your lungs or dance around at the top of your lungs. Do whatever it is that's going to lift you back up to that timeline. It could be maybe when you were deciding what that frequency and that vibration was, you were in a certain place, you're on a holiday or whatever, and you realized where your highest timeline is. Look at the photos from that time so that you can anchor back into your vibration from that time. It's going to be these things that allow you to really embody that frequency. Now, I know for me, I did a lot of travel in the last 2 years, and I really embodied this beautiful, light, expansive, feminine frequency. And coming back to Australia this year, I managed to hold that frequency for a very long time. But I've noticed lately that the last couple of months, that frequency has dropped. That frequency that I was embodying so solidly, it's a little bit harder for me to grasp now. And I have to do that little bit more work to put myself back into the frequency and that vibration. And the reason why I know I'm not in that frequency and that vibration is because how I feel. And the reason why I want to feel into that vibration is because that's the best I've ever felt. That's the frequency that I want to embody. I want to embody this beautiful, light, feminine, joyful, playful frequency that I've had for the last 2 years. And at the moment, life is giving me this massive pullback, and I'm a little bit more denser. I'm a little bit more heavier. I'm a little bit more serious. And it's one of those things where now I'm really conscious of, okay, what am I doing to lift myself into that place and connect with that frequency and vibration? Because that frequency and vibration is within me all the time. It literally takes me 1 second to activate when I'm conscious of it. But sometimes when you're getting given those pullbacks, those things come into life that are a little bit more difficult right before you do the slingshot up, sometimes the almost habit of being in that higher frequency, it can be a little bit harder because you have so much external 3D density coming into your field. So I give you this example because I want you guys to understand that I know how it feels. I know what it feels like when I'm in my highest vibration, and I very solidly feel it when I'm not. And so I am conscious of getting back into that frequency and vibration. And while doing the magical scripting, doing the meditations for alignment, the meditations for quantum activations, the meditations for quantum jumps, while they do help and they are amazing for helping you to get really crystal clear on that vision, it's the stuff that you do within your everyday life to embody that frequency. That's the stuff that shifts the needle. That's the thing that's going to change everything. So when you're going about your day, listen to the music that boosts your vibe. Say the affirmations that make you feel the best. Have a picture of yourself as your happiest on your screensaver on your phone if that helps you to connect with that vibration. I've heard we look at our phones something like 800 times a day. Imagine if when you look at your phone, you're reconnecting back into that vibration 800 times. That's going to speed up your quantum jumps. That's going to speed up your manifestations, because that's where having that self-awareness of what your actual frequency and vibration is, that's where that's so important. That's where you have to have the awareness to sit in yourself and go, oh, I'm not feeling my highest vibration right now. What can I do to shift that? What can I do to shift my highest vibration? And sometimes when we're in that little bit of that lower vibration, just doing a meditation or magical scripting, maybe they're not going to cut it. Maybe we do need to dance around the house. Maybe we do need to go for coffee with a friend. Maybe we do need to get out and about. Maybe we do need to stand in front of the mirror and do the mirror work. Maybe we need to do the inner child work. Maybe we need to do some other healing modality like Reiki or light language or sound healings. Maybe there's something else that we can do. But at the same time, knowing what helps you connect back in your personal connection back into that highest frequency and vibration, being able to know that and activate that every day, that's what's going to help you guys. That's what's going to really get you to that next level. That's what's going to get you to that highest timeline faster, because it's the frequency and vibration and the embodiment of that frequency and vibration. That's what brings it here. When you just are that frequency and vibration, that's when it all falls into place. Because when you just are something, it just is. When you just are something, there's no trying to be that thing. There's no having to get to anywhere. There's no having to do anything. You just are that thing. And therefore, that thing is already here. It's already in your life. It's already where you're at. So learning to activate and align and lift your vibration up to your highest timeline and keep it there. Literally embody that version of yourself, that version of yourself that is that highest timeline. We really want to be embodying that, guys. We really want to be embodying that so we can draw in what's in that highest timeline. And if that highest timeline, you're relaxed and you're calm and you're expansive, but in your everyday life, you're stressed, you're running around, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, there's such a dissonance and a difference in the vibration and the frequency that you're holding. So trying to bring that frequency through, practicing that frequency of being expansive and light and relaxed, that's what we want to start to embody. I know these are quite simple examples. I know that I'm just trying to make it really black and white for you guys so that you can really connect with that highest vibration and know that you can do it anywhere. You can activate that highest vibration in 1 minute in the car driving to the supermarket. You can activate that highest vibration when you're cooking dinner. You can activate that highest vibration when you're with your friends. You can do it whenever you want to. So start to have that awareness of what vibration you're sitting at and start to recalibrate your own dial to your highest vibration, guys. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this episode today. Please feel free to send it to a friend if you think that they would benefit from it. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, connect with me. Send me a message. Say hi. Connect with me on social media. Write a comment below. I love bringing these videos to you, and I look forward to connecting with you guys again soon.